If the
No.
U.S.
Let
is
me
not the
finish.
best state in the
Let me
world, why don't they
finish.
go to somebody other?
Let me finish. They also do it in Great Britain too. Why do you think they left the EU? Because they were tired of having immigrants in their fucking land. Exactly. There you go. Another example.
They
Canada
were
too.
tired of having immigrants in their land. Why are people mad? Because you're saying
Brexit.
they're tired of having immigrants in their land, so they
Brexit.
left.
Yeah, they left the EU
Right.
because they want to be able to what you call it, ban do a travel ban instead of having because if you're in the EU,
So
which
the
is
so the people that said we're tired of having immigrants in our land, that place was better than the U.S.
why do you think there's so many immigrants in Great Britain?
Why is there so many immigrants in the U.S.?
I'm asking you. I said Great Britain, Zach.
I'm
They have
asking
the
you a
same
question.
opportunities for better opportunity. People go to places for better opportunity. So I said Great Britain is another example because there's so many immigrants. People migrate there so much that they really have to leave the EU, which is another example of mass migration. Oh wow.
So
See? So what else? Like, come on.
I think come on for.
You said why do
Great
people?
Britain.
That's why I say I don't think this place is the best. Same in Sweden. Same in
If it's not the
Poland,
best,
Germany.
then why don't y'all go to Great Britain?
Because why? It's like I said, the same example. Imagine doing a project for fucking hours on
You
end.
didn't do. You didn't do.
Imagine your dad doing a project for hours on end.
Your dad didn't do the project.
I'm gonna give an example of somebody who
Your
your
grandpa didn't do
ancestors.
the project.
Well, okay,
Nobody alive that you know did the project.
but I shouldn't commemorate them. Cause how
You
come
shouldn't,
people?
because I
So what
don't
do you think
care.
about people with the Confederate flag then?
I think, well, those people are alive now, and those
No,
people are
they're
bad.
not. What the fuck are you talking
People with the
about?
Confederate, I've seen people drive around in trucks with the
No, I'm
Confederate
talking
flag on them.
about people who say never forget. Because, people with the Confederate flag, the Confederacy, and people say, I have this flag for my heritage. And their heritage was their great grandfather who served in the Civil War, lost his life for whatever he thought he believed in. And then, boom, that's why they have it. And then, so why can't I say the
Wow.
same thing about slavery, about how my people built a country that didn't
Or
love
what
us?
would happen if y'all just stopped both saying that?
Um, well, first of all, one thing is, slavery, and the other thing is the fighting to have slavery. Which one is a
No, so
negative?
tell me, what would happen if y'all just both stopped talking about that?
Nothing would really get fixed, and we would still be in the same place. 'Cause
How?
remember, you can't remove
There would be
biases.
nobody walking around with Confederate flags because they wouldn't care
Mhm.
because what they did it wouldn't matter. If everybody stopped talking about slavery and shit, there wouldn't be
I'll
shit to
say
talk
that.
about.
Okay then. So people can immediately just remove racism out of their mindset, Zach. Like it's like snap like that.
Well,
Everybody
it's
can look
taught
alive.
into them.
So then, how are you saying don't talk about it when people can only talk about it?
No, you don't have to talk about it.
So what are you gonna do
You
about the
talk.
people who are born in a racist environment? They have to talk about it. How do they stop?
How are
Because
they?
you won't
Nobody is born racist.
born in a racist environment.
How are they born in a racist environment?
I'm born in Birmingham, Alabama. Most of my family has Confederate flags. Most of them say a lot of offensive shit about black people. Most of them don't like black people. And some of my grandpas were part of the Ku Klux Klan. And I have a lot of views on black people that I don't think they might agree on. You feel me? There you go. Well, there. And I live in a mainly white neighborhood or environment. And yeah,
They live in a mainly white neighborhood.
or
This
environment.
is racist.
I didn't say that. I said we all have the same views. The fuck? There you go. What?
You said the Lincoln dude was looking
Wow.
ahead in the future
Change the subject.
when he's literally looking at the dude.
I said no. I said the slave was looking up at Lincoln.
Yeah, they're both looking at each other.
No, they're not.
He's looking down at him.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Look at that. Why can't I stand beside him like equals? We'll never know.
That shows them breaking free from
Why can't I
past.
break free standing up instead of on my
Is it
knees?
that fucking important?
Yes, because it's
It means
it's
the
art.
same thing, except
All art
you get
has a
to fucking
message.
stand.
You know, all art has a message. This is art, Zach. You know that, right? It's not some.
Yes, and
Oh,
you're choosing to look at it at that way when it was shown that it's shown because his shackles aren't there. He's looking up to the future.
but why can't I
That's
stand
not a
up and
slave.
look at the future with him? See, because it
Because you
still
were
feels
just
weird.
there.
What do you mean, just there?
He was just at that point. Why would his shackles be broken? If
I
he's
said,
still a
why wouldn't
slave?
I not stand up with him as
Because it's
equals?
showing it's just happened.
Other than me looking up at a white man and being beneath the white man. Because people, it's art, Zach, because there's always subliminal messages in art. All art has a message. Stop thinking of this as like a pen and paper that I can read. This is something I can't read. I can feel however I want to feel about it because it's art. And
Yeah,
for some reason, why do a majority
how
of
you
people
wanna
feel the same way as me? That's so weird. Maybe it's just, you
don't.
know,
The majority of the
oh,
people
then
don't.
why do people want to remove it? I don't know why.
It's literally a couple of people.
So how
It's
come
not
there's a
even
couple of people made an article about this? The Washington Post.
Because a lot of people were protesting it in its news.
Oh,
And
then
guess
maybe
how
it's
they-
not just a
and
couple
guess
of
how
people.
news makes money? By a lot of fucking shit.
Maybe
So
it's
they
not
made
just
money
a couple of
making this article.
people. Maybe it's not just a couple of people then.
Oh, it is because
Then how come they made a post
good
about
night.
it?
Good night, yeah.
because they want to make money, Chico.
How is this making money when it's an article? Yes, it'll make money, but why would they make an article about this if it wouldn't get any flack?
Because it's gonna get views.
Actually, matter of fact,
Chico.
you even saw a whole commercial about it, so it's not just a couple
And
people that
guess
have
how
views
much
on
that
it.
commercial made?
No, the commercial you
The
saw.
commercial was about making the people that were there destroying it look stupid.
Yeah, of
Because
course they
were.
would. Yeah, because they don't have the same views on it. And who would, what was the
There was
video
literally
about?
a black person who saw it the way that it was meant to be seen.
And
But
like I said,
everybody would call that black person the C word.
I wouldn't call him a coon. I just say, why do you think that? And if he says something that's
And then she
coonery,
explained it.
I'd call him a coon. What'd she say?
She explained it the way I'm explaining it.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I got my info from.
And then I'll tell her, yo, this is art, so everybody can have a different view on it. And then you saying, no,
View on
that's
it. That doesn't
wrong.
mean to destroy it.
Huh?
There's nothing
No.
wrong about
Well,
it. It's just
it's
you can
art.
have your view and I can
Yeah.
have my view. There's no reason to destroy it
But yeah,
because it's not a justified
my
thing.
view isn't just a view; it's a negative connotation to
But
how
it's not.
white it is. I just explained how it was though to people, because like I said, a majority of people
And I
think
just
this.
explained how it was not.
But do a majority of people think this, or is it just you? Zach?
Yes, it's definitely
You and that
majority.
lady, yeah. So then why can't
Because
people argue about
if it
this?
was the majority of the people, the statue would have already been torn down. If it was the majority of the people.
What does that mean?
And you know what it means. Because if it was the majority of the people, meaning more than a lot of fucking people wanted to tear that statue down, it would have been torn down.
I don't think you know why I want it down. I just explained to you why I think it should be taken
No,
down.
I do. I know why you want it to be taken down.
Because as I see, because you know we all
Because
see
you
art
see
differently.
it as that.
Yeah.
And other people will see it as not. The majority of the people do not want the statue
But
to
you're
be
making
taken
it
down.
seem like I think, oh, you just think about it because you're stupid. You want all statues down. No.
Never said
I
that.
just, why do you think I see it like that? Tell me, explain
Because
to me
you
why
see
I
it
think
as a black person looking up at a white person and still a slave. Because why can't you stand up next to the white person?
Yeah, because it
and
feels
look
like
to the
I'm
future.
and I'm on my
It's
knees
not
and
that.
I'm beneath
It
him.
symbolizes as him getting up.
Is that
and
what you
shooting to the
see?
future. That's what I see. Yes.
Hmm.
But I
Because
also
he's an
don't
art.
care because it's a fucking statue, and people are making this big ass deal about it.
So you see why people, because that's just art, right? But these
Yes, but it's not.
statues,
If it was the majority of the people who wanted to take it down, which the media is making it seem like to be, because you think as well, it's the majority of the people who wanted to be taken down. If it was the majority of the people who wanted to be taken down, it would have been taken down already. But it's not. It's a couple people, not a couple. I'm probably thinking about 1,000 or 2 people.
what? How?
What
That's
do you mean,
impossible.
how?
You know America's made up of like 1 billion people. Relax.
Yes, but the people
Couple
there that are
100,000.
actually protesting it, 100,000. No,
Definitely, yeah.
definitely not 100,000 people. Definitely not.
Then how come
100,000.
there's been a mass spark of everybody taking down statues?
Because those statues had people who actually wanted it to be taken down. This statue
And why
here
did
that
they
I
want
was
it to be
explaining,
taken down?
Because that person owned slaves, even though that wasn't what they were known for.
Alright, then what were they known for, Zach?
George Washington was known for the Battle of the War and what he did.
Yeah, and he fought for our country, man.
And he was probably the sole reason we won.
Yeah, he fought for the freedom or
But they
independence of
don't
America.
care. Nobody cares about that.
No,
He's
I
a
care.
faggot. No,
I
no,
really
you don't.
wish.
He
Oh.
owned slaves. That's it. He
No,
owned slaves.
Funny thing is, though, the people, you know, Zach. So what did he do, right? He fought for America to get our freedom, right?
Yes.
And then, so say, okay, you fight for America. My controller died. You fight for America, and you have the option to free. Shut up, bitch. So you fight for America, right? And then you're like, I have the option to stop this, slavery, because, it's inhumane. I think any person with common sense can tell slavery is inhumane.
Back then, it wasn't.
How can you not
wasn't.
back then? What the fuck? It's
Chico,
a bad.
because it was a
If a
different world
slave can
back
see,
then.
if a slave can see it as bad, why can't a white person see it as bad?
Because back then it wasn't bad.
So why would a black person back then see slavery as bad?
Because they were the one being slaves.
Okay then, so why would a white person?
They were the one being slaves, so they would always think, "Oh, this sucks." But back then, it wasn't bad because it was normal for them.
Was the
It
normal?
was.
That's not,
It wasn't even just the U.S. It was everywhere
yes, which is bad.
except Asia.
Which is bad. It's still
But
bad.
back then, it
It's-
was normal. I'm not saying it wasn't
Stop
bad.
calling
was
it normal. It's an
I'm not
abnormal
saying-
thing to own a person.
Yes,
It's weird.
But back then, it was a normal thing.
People normalized it, even though it was wrong.
But it was a normal thing back then.
Okay, so it is normal, right? So why do you think George Washington didn't want to free slaves? And don't say because it's normal. Give me a good reason.
Because it wasn't something that was wrong back then.
That's not. Don't listen, nigga. Give me a
It
real
is.
reason. Don't say
It
wrong,
was a
normal,
reason,
like a
because there
real, like
wasn't-
economical,
you wouldn't fix something that
political,
isn't
social.
broke.
Like, what did
You
they
wouldn't
do?
fix something that isn't broke. Back then, slavery wasn't a thing that needed to be fixed. It was a thing that was just, oh, it's there. There wasn't something like, oh, we won. Might as well free the slaves. Because that wasn't something that was on their mind. That wasn't something that was like, oh, this is a problem. We need a solution. It wasn't
So
something.
then,
It wasn't a problem.
Why
It was
did
just
they
what
fix
was
it then?
there.
Why they stop it back in?
It was as if we think dogs, because technically slaves back then were pretty much pets. Okay.
I don't like this argument. I'm not gonna cap.
I don't care. This is pretty much what is going on.
Sounds like you're equating
Slaves back then were pretty much
slaves.
pets. So if dogs now, we are perfectly okay with owning dogs, right? We can have dogs. Pretty much do whatever we want with them. Take them on walks and shit. Feed them. Who the fuck cares? In the future, what if in the future having dogs is the most inhumane shit ever? Like having a dog makes you a horrible fucking person.
This is
To
weird.
them, having a dog is the worst thing in the world, but to us, it's normal. We don't care. It's normal to have a dog. Let's go get a dog. Chico,
You know we're not the same-
Back then,
You know,
it
on
is
a
different
biological
thing.
level, we're not the same species as a dog.
Yes,
and yet-
Chico, but back then, it was the exact same thing because
You know,
I
me
just
and you are
said,
the same person with just I have melanin,
yes,
right?
but back fucking then, you're not trying to
No,
understand.
I understand. You're fucking saying, like, this is what I'm trying to say right now. I'm trying to tell you something. I'm trying to tell you, right, that back then, why did people back in 1876 think, hey, I think it's a good time to stop slavery? How come? Nothing. We're getting, labor done. Why did we fight a war? Why do we need to stop slavery?
'Cause
Why
as a
did we
country,
fight for
we
it?
grew.
What?
As a country, we grew.
So why couldn't they grow back then?
What do you mean? You
Why
can't
couldn't we
grow
stop
at the
it back then?
start.
Then why can't they do it by themselves? We decided to do it now. Well, we just expiration date? There's no point in having them now. We're a big country already. What the
I
fuck?
have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Because
Exactly. And don't
that-
tell me I don't understand shit when I just told you.
No,
Why
no,
did
what you're
is there an
saying
expiration
doesn't make
date?
sense. As a country,
Why
we
did
grow.
1876 we decide to stop owning slaves? Why did we do that? And don't say we
Because
grew
we
as a
didn't
country.
just decide on that day we're gonna stop. It was a movement.
Why did the movement suddenly happen? What sparked it?
Because as a country, we grew.
No.
You
Okay,
don't
how did we
start
grow?
off saying-
How did we
you don't-
grow?
You don't start off knowing the problems. Don't say You
I
don't
mean,
start off knowing
how
the
long was
problems of the
slavery?
country.
How long was slavery?
I don't know, Chico. But back then it was normal.
How long was
So
slavery?
it doesn't matter.
How long
I
was
don't know.
slavery?
I just told you,
400
Chico,
fucking
twice. I didn't
years.
know.
My guy. So don't tell me they didn't know when the problem started. It's not a long
No,
time
they
ago.
didn't. They did know when the problem started. That's
Then
when
why they not fix
grew as a
it?
country. That's
What
just
does
when they,
grew mean? Like economically or like socially?
when they learn that they can grow as people that are like, hey, that's not just a person. That's a person, not just a slave or whatever.
Then how come George Washington didn't make the choice at that time?
Because back then I just fucking
No,
told you.
no, why?
It
Is
wasn't.
it because he's a good person or a bad person?
He's not a bad or good person. He was a good person back then.
What? He owns
Chico, you
Zach.
can-
But I'm
You're
just
telling me every single person who owned a slave
Was a bad person.
Bad person. You're telling me that.
100%.
You are the fucking stupidest. Oh my god. So
Clipping
you're telling me
that.
if you owned a slave.